Good morning, beloveds. We're having a couple of cool mornings, and it's nice. Yeah. We don't know how long the cool weather will last, so we enjoy it while we have it. So, all right. It is April 4th. Our title is Divine Love Heals Me. Our author is Claudine Whitaker, and this was published in Creative Thought in February of 1965. So, Creative Thought, Science of Mind. Okay. And she does start it off with a Bible quote. So, divine love heals me. Then shalt thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily. Isaiah 58:8. Okay. God is love, and love is infinitely healing. Divine love is flowing through my mind and my emotions, dissolving in my consciousness all hard thought and hard feelings towards others, and healing the resultant manifestations in my body. If any part of my body needs healing, divine love is now restoring it to wholeness. Love purifies whatever needs cleansing, banishes infection, completely dissolves any false growth. Divine love fills me with harmony, health, and vigor. The warmth of divine love permeates my affairs, melting away any obstructions to the perfect circulation of God's good. The creative power of God is now flowing freely in my life, healing me of lack and frustration. Divine love heals me of fear, anxiety, confusion, and doubt. It makes my faith strong and unswerving. God is light, and in spirit is no darkness. Therefore, I trust the light of pure love to guide me safely, serenely, steadily. I do not need to see the way ahead, for God knows it. God is my security. That is a heck of a treatment, right? That is an absolutely beautiful body for a treatment, what we would call the realization step. And you can also pull just about any of those sentences out to use for an affirmation, whatever really called you, spoke to you, made you feel. That was gorgeous. That was absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now, the interesting thing is she said love heals, okay? And she's right, and it dissolves all hard thoughts and hard feelings. Why is this important? Because science backs it up. Like, you can research emotions and how emotions affect the body. And part of it has to do with hormones. You've got a couple of hormones. There's a hormone called serotonin, which is your feel-good hormone. Dopamine, norepinephrine, those are all important for feeling good. And then you've got other hormones, the only one of which I can think of right off the top of my head is cortisol. Cortisol is a fight or flight hormone, okay? Cortisol is that hormone that spikes your blood sugar, spikes your heart rate, spikes your blood pressure, cortisol is important in those fight or flight moments. The problem is most of the time we're in a state of fight or flight all the time because we never fight or run away. It's like cortisol is important for those moments of extreme stress. The problem is we run around in a low level of stress all the time. So we've always got that cortisol just a little bit. And that is bad for the body. High cortisol. There's, if you look at heart attack stats, they typically happen more in the morning than they do later in the day. The reason is because your natural Krebs cycle for cortisol, your cortisol is higher in the morning so you can get up out of bed. But because your cortisol is higher in the morning, it's one of the things that, your cortisol being too high is one of those risk factors for a heart attack. So don't tell me that your feelings do not affect your health. All right. And with love being such a positive feeling, being so important to the body, there was, and I was like, it didn't make sense to me, but they were talking about the wagging of a dog's tail and the purr of a cat being at a frequency of 500, and 500 is apparently supposed to be divine love, unconditional love, which is what divine love is, unconditional love. And the fact that most of the time we only reach 200. And I'm like, what? And I think that's why we have cats and dogs, because they're as close as we're ever going to get to unconditional love, you know. And even to some degree, their love is still conditional because we feed them. But you know, you've met dogs that are happy to see you because they're generally happy dogs whose tails just are wagging away, and you've never fed them in their life. You know, they're just happy dogs. And cats, I have met cats that I have never fed and I will never feed, and they have purred. Okay? And there is science behind the purr of a cat being the perfect frequency to heal bone. So, and there's nothing like a happy dog, and there's nothing like a purring cat. Well, okay, that's not true. Baby laughs, but there, because that is unconditional love. That is as close as that is as close to an example of unconditional love as we're ever going to get. And it's amazing and it's beautiful, and I think that's why they're in our lives. They are angels with whiskers instead of wings. And there's so much research on how important pets are to not just mental and emotional health, but physical health. Like, you know, and some of it comes back to love. There's a lot of, you know, of stories about people being deeply emotionally troubled to the point of suicidal. What keeps them alive are their pets. Love. Loving something enough that you're willing to live for it. That is the power of love. All right? As I get emotional. So, because we're talking about love, we're talking, and that is the most healing. You know, it absolutely is, you know, divine love. I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, people, no matter what is going on, they know they're going to get through it if they have that relationship with the divine. You know, it's like understanding that while the divine isn't a personality, you know, but that the divine wants us to live and to thrive. And, you know, Emerson says, look around at nature. Look around at nature. That's what the divine pattern is, to thrive. It's not just to survive, it's to thrive. And that is the power that love can have, you know? So our author is absolutely right. Divine love heals. Any love, any real love, Claudine, any real love will heal. Any real love will heal. Absolutely. It will. It will. Any love will heal. If it is true love. And, you know, like, as I've said before, and we'll say again, you can look up what I love about the Greeks is they have all those different words for love. So, because we talk about one love, you know, we just use the word love, but, you know, they have, agape is the divine love. And then you've got, you know, eros, which is the romantic love or sexual love. Maybe it's both. But you've got family love, and you've got, you know, the whatever they call it for the good friendship. I wish I could remember that one. It's like I talk about it all the time. You'd think I would go and just make an effort to learn these Greek words. All of those different kinds of love are important, you know? The agape is definitely important because that is your relationship with the divine. But all the other kind of loves are important too. You need to make sure that you have all of these versions of love in your life. All of them. The friendship love, the family love. And you know, I get it. Not everybody has a great family, and so you can have a family love that you're not blood related to. So, you know, we call them family of choice. So, because I have both, you know, I love my family, but I also have a family of choice. You know, they're people that have we've come together, and we've known each other for a long enough time that, yeah. So, and then, so, you know, really honestly, love is probably the healing factor in the world. It's one of those reasons why I'm old enough now to, the phrase "I'd die for you" doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I don't want somebody to die for me. I want somebody to be willing to live for me, live with me, you know, live. Because I think that's far more, it's far more of a challenge to live for someone. And I think that sometimes that's what's asked of us when people that we love and care about, you know, they make their transition. They're no longer on this planet. And it's like, so now I get to live for you. Now I get to live with your memory. I keep your memory in my heart, you know. And it's hard, you know, it's hard. But every time we speak their name, they live with us, you know, and it invokes that love. So, you know, like I said, I'm old enough now. Don't come to me and tell me that you'll die for me. That's not what I want. I want you to live for me. So, all right. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it? Go and explore all of the kinds of love. And see how healing it is, emotionally, mentally, physically. Go and explore love. And if you need a suggestion on where to start, call somebody that, you know, or meet with somebody that you love. On whichever love we're talking about. Be it the friend, be it the family, be it the, you know, whatever. Meet with somebody. Or you can do it in prayer. If you go and do a meditation and do a love meditation. You can do it one of two ways. Focus on the word love or the feeling of love in a quiet meditation, or go take a, you know, Google guided meditation on love and see, you know, and try it. But really make an effort to experience love today. That's the mission. Okay. And see, because I mean, you can Google how to stimulate. There's 4 of them. I can only remember 3 right now. Serotonin, epinephrine. No, maybe that's it. Epinephrine, norepinephrine, and dopamine. And one of them, and I think it's dopamine. You can stimulate dopamine by petting an animal, which you can't see the animal that I'm petting. But, you know, that's one of the ways that you can stimulate one of those feel-good hormones, is literally by petting an animal. One of them is by good music. Another one's by exercise. So, you know, go and explore. And those are how you support those feel-good hormones that help to reduce the inflammation and cortisol in your body. Because that's one of the things cortisol spikes is inflammation. And 99.9% of our problems start with inflammation. It's science. You can Google it. All right. The other mission that I give you is the same one I give you every day. Spiritual practice of self-care. Do something loving for yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever it looks like. Okay? Big, small. And honestly, the mission that I gave you, which is to explore love, that's loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. Okay? And that's one of the ways that you can explore love, by being compassionate with yourself or doing something compassionate for another person. There is science showing if you don't feel good about yourself, go do like a random act of kindness or volunteer. And that will improve your mood. It will make you feel better. It's science. You can look it up. All right. So try it. All right. Drink plenty of water, get some sunshine, enjoy the rest of and then I'm going to do the rest of the housekeeping, which is to remind you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So it's one of the ways that you can support us by going to like, follow, subscribe, and share. Go share our stuff. I'm curious to know who's texting me at 20 minutes to 10 this morning. But, okay, so I'll find out in a minute, which means I need to wrap this up. Also, if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. You get one email a week. The hot links are hot. Okay, yep, moving on. Oh, I did text somebody. She might be responding. That's probably who it is. That's what I get for sending a text message early this morning, right? Okay. I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a love-filled day, an exploring love day, an exploring the life day, I'm out of adjectives, good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you're a godling. All right. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.